Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your mats, to your practice. If you're new here, my name is Sammy. This is our Yoga Restore class. We'll get started in just a minute here. Before we get started, a few things to note. First off, make sure you grab either a blanket or a towel or a pillow or something to help support your practice tonight. I'll be teaching with a blanket, but you can just substitute whatever it is that you have for that object. Second off is just always remember that this is your practice, your class. This is your time on your mat tonight. So no matter what I'm teaching, no matter what I'm saying, listen to your body. Your body is your best teacher, and I am just here as a guide for practice this evening. So make sure that your practice feels really restorative to you, regardless of what I'm teaching or guiding us through. I will be using my Spotify playlist this evening. If you want to follow along, I'm just going to pop my username over into the comment section. And the playlist is just called Restorative Yoga. I know I have a lot there, but it's just the clear and simple Restorative Yoga playlist. My username is just sammy.fussy22. And that's on Spotify. Restorative Yoga. So feel free to follow along. We'll be starting with the first song here, which is Awakening. And if you would like, you can make your way down to Shavasana. So you can lie all the way down on your mat. Allow your arms and legs to extend long. Take a couple of deep breaths here as you start to settle into your space. As you find your way down to the mat, maybe wiggle the fingers, nod the head side to side, roll out the wrists and ankles. And let go of all of that extra energy here, really letting you settle in. And then just starting to take some deep inhales and exhales. Letting yourself fully arrive in your practice. Let your body sink heavy on the mat. And tonight, feel free to take up as much space as you would like here. Maybe allowing the toes to turn out and extend off the width of the mat. Maybe your arms are spread wide. And just follow the breath as it comes into the body on the inhale. And watch the breath leave on the exhale. Enjoy that moment of stillness in between the inhale and the exhale. As you breathe in, bring in peace. As you breathe out, let everything else go. Continuing to breathe peace in. Letting go of any expectations, any judgments, maybe your day, maybe your month, maybe your week, however long it is, just let it all float away with the breath. Really surrender to the earth here. Notice where maybe you're still holding on. See if you can just soften with every exhale. Really turning our attention to the breath. Letting the breath work its magic within the body. Releasing thoughts. Releasing any tension. Starting to really get to know your breath here tonight. Noticing the way that the breath comes in and out. Noticing how big or how full your breath feels. Noticing maybe how full your body feels with the breath and how soft your body feels when you let the breath go. And just taking a few moments to just notice this, allowing your attention or your presence to go inward. Letting go of any patterns of thought that are not supporting you as a person. Letting that go with the exhale. And just being right here in this moment right now, feeling the body sinking lower and lower onto the earth. Noticing the breath becoming more and more effortless. Notice the way that the mind calms the deeper your breaths are. I'm working to soften or release every area of the body. Letting go of the eyebrows, the jaw, even the nose. Let go of the belly, chest, of your quads, your thighs. So as you start to feel really present here on the mat, notice what comes up for you in your heart. Any type of emotions, maybe some thoughts. And just welcoming any sensation as it comes. Know that you are held right here, right now, by the earth. You are supported, you are loved. You've created a safe space within your own body to feel and to feel fully. Maybe as you start to become acquainted with how you're actually feeling right now, you start to think of an intention for your practice, a dedication. Something that will help keep you focused here and something that will bring ease to your mind, your body, and your practice today. Maybe it's just a simple thought or phrase. Today I'll offer up, be here now. Just a simple mantra, be here now. Be right here in this space with your body and your breath. Let your mind be present in the now. If this intention serves you tonight, feel free to take it on as your own. If not, as always, feel free to bring up something else, something that works better for you in your practice. We'll set our intentions today with a unifying breath. So everybody exhale, release your air from the lungs, press the belly down towards the floor. Take a big breath in through the nose, fill up. One more sip in at the top, holding the breath. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Another big breath like that. Just one, just for you. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. As always, continue to breathe like that if it feels good for you. Otherwise, just return to the natural flow. You're welcome to stay right here for as long as you'd like, even if it means for the next 60 minutes of class. If you would like to start moving tonight, start softly by just wiggling the fingers and toes. Move slowly with intention. And start to roll out the ankles, maybe your wrists. Maybe you open and close the jaw. Nod the head side to side. And bringing your head back to neutral. Inhale, float the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Press the bottoms of the feet together and away from your hands. Reaching even through the fingertips. Stretching all the way through the toes. On the exhale, guide both knees into the chest. Rock side to side across the spine. Feel the low back surrender into the earth. From here, we'll release our arms out to a T and slowly rocking side to side across the hip. Start to bring the knees over towards the right side of the body. And allow the gaze to shift over the left shoulder. Option to support your twist here tonight, sliding your blanket or pillow underneath the knees or maybe even in between the thighs. Wherever you are, let this posture feel really gentle. Breathe into wherever you're feeling that twist. Be here now. Bring your mind, your intention back to this posture and back to the breath. Inhale, draw knees and head back to neutral. If you used a prop on this side, maybe switch it over to the other side. And then gently rocking side to side, we'll bring our knees over towards the left side of the body, allowing the gaze to travel over your right shoulder. Noticing any differences side to side, releasing judgments or expectations. You are exactly how you're supposed to be right now. Be here now. Let the shoulders soften. Relax the muscles in the face. Allow the eyes to stay closed. Inhale, draw everything back to neutral. Moving slowly and softly for your body. Again, rocking side to side across the hips to neutralize the spine. When you're ready, Grabbing from behind the knees. We're going to start to pump our feet, rocking the length of the spine. Taking a few of these. Really letting your chest round. And eventually rocking and rolling up to a seated position. You can face your screens wherever is most comfortable for you. And finding your seated posture here tonight. Option again to support this posture with your prop. You can slide any blankets or pillows underneath the knees to support the legs. Otherwise, you can create some space in the hips by just sliding your blanket or a pillow underneath. And bringing our hands to our knees or in your lap if that's more comfortable. Just settle in, allow the eyes to blink close. And just sitting in a tall, seated position, feeling the crown of the head extending up towards the sky. Notice where your body meets the ground. Feeling what that feels like to be connected to the earth, supported, held. Be right here. And keeping our eyes closed, take a nice deep inhale, roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, roll them down. Come back to neutral. When it feels good, you can bring your hands into heart center. Reconnecting to our breath here, to our intention. Be here right now. Take a deep breath in, float the arms overhead. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Hands meet at heart center. Blink the eyes open. Hello. Thank you for showing up for you here today. From our seated posture, we're going to bring our hands down to our knees. From here, we'll bring our head towards the chin, or the chest, chin towards the chest, rather. Leaving the shoulders relaxed. Just feel that stretch, starting to come into the back of the neck, maybe even extending down towards the shoulders. Inhale, press the chin towards the sky. Exhale, chin down to chest. Inhale, chin to sky. Exhale, come back to neutral. Now from our neutral position, we're going to bring our gaze, or our chin, think of, pointing it over our left shoulder. So we'll start by just twisting, keeping our torso as we are. Start to feel that stretch coming into the back or the right side of the neck. And slowly starting to tip our gaze down towards our armpit. Feeling that stretch deepen. And rolling back down, chin down to chest. Inhale, chin to neutral. Same thing on the other side, tipping our chin over our right shoulder. Feeling that stretch come into the back or the left side of the neck. And then slowly bringing our gaze down towards our armpit. And then circling back down, chin to chest. Inhale, press the chin back towards the sky. And this time, just tilting your chin over towards that left side. Feel a nice stretch going to the front or the right side of the throat. If you're not feeling that, try pressing the jaw a little bit higher. And then tipping the chin back to neutral. We'll tip our chin towards the right. Feeling that stretch in the left side of the throat. And coming back to neutral. From our neutral seated posture, we're going to roll through to find tabletop. Taking your time to transition here. Move slowly, move softly. As you make your way to our tabletop position, hands are stacked underneath the shoulders, knees are stacked under the hips. Option to tuck the toes under tonight or press the tops of feet down into the mat, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And we'll start here, fingers spread wide by just finding some extra movement in the body. So maybe that's switching the hips side to side. Maybe that's bringing our gaze up towards our belly. Maybe we're shifting the weight forward and back. Just find some movement. Listen to your body and let your body tell you what you need here. And taking one more full breath cycle, we'll meet in tabletop. Meeting in our tabletop position. Take a nice deep inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Draw the shoulders back, open up the chest. Exhale, round the spine, press away from the earth, gaze comes up towards the belly button. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose, press away from the mat. Continue to flow in and out of cat and cow, following your breath's movement. And again, slowing down the practice, taking extra time wherever your body needs it. In one more round of cat and cow, we'll meet in tabletop. Now from our tabletop posture, we're taking our toe stretch here tonight. So making sure that our feet or our knees are about hips width distance here, we're tucking or curling the toes under. Now from here, this may already be enough of a stretch for you. If you're not feeling a whole lot at the bottoms of the feet, start to walk the hands back. Maybe it feels good for you to even sit your hips back onto the feet, resting on the heels. You can bring your hands back, spreading the toes a little bit wider here if that feels okay. This is a very intense posture and one that we don't practice very often. So if this is already too much sensation, just feel free to walk the hands forward. Or if at any time it starts to feel like sharp shooting pain, always release. If you are in a comfortable position, finding that wherever you may be, start to breathe deeply. Find your really nice spine alignment here. A gentle tuck of the pelvis, so gently tipping the tailbone down. Going to help support the low back a little bit more here. Deep breaths are going to help take away that intensity in the bottoms of the feet. Not only are we stretching out the bottoms of our feet here, but we're also stimulating blood flow to our internal organs, squeezing out any toxins. So breathe deep into that intensity. One more big breath in, yes you can. Stay for your exhale. And slowly start to walk the hands forward. Releasing, taking time to release. As you make your way back to tabletop, untuck the toes and gently tap the tops of the feet onto the mat. From here, again, finding any movement that you may need as we prepare to enter one of our longer holds. We'll be taking Balasana, Child's Pose this evening, so bringing big toes to touch. Taking the knees out wide. Tonight I invite you to really take those knees super wide here, maybe even the width of the mat or wider. From here, starting to settle the hips onto the heels. Now from this position, grabbing your pillow or your prop, whatever you're using, you have a couple options. You can either support the chest or the torso here by sliding your prop in between the legs and then allowing the torso to rest on top. You can also just bring this down to the forehead for a little bit of extra support underneath the forehead, bringing the ground a little bit closer to you. You can also use this to intensify the stretch in the shoulders. So if you're intensifying the stretch in the shoulders, as you make your way down to the mat, allow the forearms to rest on the prop, bringing the forehead down to either the prop or the mat, whatever feels best for you. Keeping a nice, soft, gentle bend in the elbows. Allow the wrists to dangle off the edge. It's going to intensify the stretch right here on the shoulders. Wherever you're at with your practice in this posture tonight, feel free to adjust as we go along, but working to find something that's sustainable for you. So something you can stay in for a period of time as we rest into this posture. As you find that position, whatever it is for you, start to breathe back into your body. You just took a lot of movement, maybe a challenging posture here and there. So settle right back into the present moment. Bring your mind back to your practice. Be here now. With the eyes closed, soften the muscles of the face. Let the shoulders relax out of the ears. Be here now. Bring your mind to the breath and focus on the breath so much that everything else just melts away. Maybe tonight you're feeling this stretch in between the inner thighs. Think of your breath going to that area and providing some comfort here. Building space as you soften. You have your forehead down to the floor. Maybe rock the forehead side to side. Readjusting this posture as you need, but staying still as much as possible. In our restorative practice, we like to take some of these really basic postures and hold them for longer periods of time. So we do this in order to work into the fascia in our bodies. So our fascia is our connective tissues. It's also where we hold a lot of emotions, a lot of energy. So as we breathe into these areas, as we hold these areas, stretch these areas, sometimes these sensations or these emotions arise for us within our practice. And that's quite all right. That's exactly what's supposed to be happening. So welcome any sensation as they come tonight. We're working particularly into the hips, as well as the shoulders towards the heart. And just being right here, right now, with whatever it is that you're feeling. Maybe you're really just focusing on the breath and on the body right now. Noticing where you're still holding on in the body, to tension, to discomfort, maybe even to pain. See if you can use your breath here, guiding and bringing in space on the inhales. To then on the exhales, let go of a little of that discomfort, a little bit of that pain. Soften the shoulders, out of the ears. And reuniting your breath here tonight. We'll all take a nice deep exhale. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, filling up. Open up, exhale, let it go. Be here now. As always, yogis, feel free to stay in this posture for as long as you'd like. If you are ready to move out, start softly by just walking the hands back towards the chest. And then stepping or working your way towards tabletop once again. Finding more movement, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like in the body. Moving any props off to the side. Making your way back to that tabletop posture. Knees are hip width distance, hands are stacked under the shoulders. So from here in this position, we're going to take our side body stretch. So we're going to extend our left leg out towards the back of the space, and then step our right toes back towards the back of the mat. From here, taking our bow and arrow arms, inhaling our right fingertips up towards the sky as we open up the chest towards the side, bring the gaze up towards our right fingertips. Starting right here, finding our balance. Then from this position, we're sweeping our right arm overhead, just like we're reaching up towards the top edge of our mat. Our gaze is still up towards the ceiling. We're still breathing deeply. Feeling that nice deep side body stretch on our right side. Stretching all the way through our fingertips to our toe. Exhale, bring your right hand back down to the mat, taking your way back to tabletop. Sway the hips side to side. We'll take the stretch to the other side of our body. Extending our right leg out to the side and extending our left toes back towards the space. And bow and arrow, left arm up towards the sky, bringing our gaze with our hand. Keeping our gaze as is and finding our balance here first. When you're ready, sweeping left fingertips overhead, reaching towards the top edge of the mat. Stretching fingertips through toes. Big breath in. Exhale, make your way back to tabletop. So from our tabletop posture, we're going to bring our hips down to our left side tonight, keeping our legs out towards the right. So we're almost in this mermaid-like position. From our mermaid-like position, we're just going to bring our right leg back so that our left foot rests almost on top of that right thigh. This back foot is at about a 90-degree angle. If you can tell, we're still activating the bottom of the foot here as we draw the toes towards the shin, but let this rest on the mat. Now from here, we're going to bring our prop over towards our left hip. So you can adjust your prop however you need it. I'm going to roll my blanket up just a little bit more to elevate it a little bit higher. Then I'm going to bring that prop over towards my left hip. Now starting here, our torso is faced forward. It's almost like we have a 90-degree angle here from our left thigh in our blanket. And then we're going to start to walk the hands over. So we're twisting the torso, twisting over that left hip. Once that feels okay, we're going to start to lower down towards our prop. You can adjust your prop however you need. This is our antler, our deer posture. I like to bring mine so that my lower rib cage and then my forehead are rested on my prop. Do whatever feels best for you. If it feels good to just ditch the prop tonight, that's also always an option. We're extending our arms long and bringing our left cheek down to our prop. It's just a really gentle twist in the body. It also works into a little bit of the outer fascia in our left hip. Just bring your mind back to your breath. Be right here now. Noticing again maybe where your body is still tense or tight. Welcoming more space into that area of the body with your breath. Be here now. Noticing how maybe the world just slows around you as you bring your mind to your breath. Yogis, as always, you're more than welcome to stay here longer. If you're ready to switch sides, start softly by just walking the chest back up. And back to this position. We're going to switch our legs. We'll bring our prop with us to the other side. And just cross the legs back. So then stepping that left leg back, allowing the right foot to rest on the top of the left thigh. And bringing the blanket or your prop over towards your right hip. When you're ready, walking the torso over towards the right, and then slowly lowering down. Again, adjusting your prop as you need it. Right cheek comes down to the mat. And this side may feel different than the other side. That's totally okay. I'm just noticing those differences without any judgment or expectation. And settling right back into the breath. You can allow the eyes to close. Allow the muscles of the face to soften. Relaxing the shoulders. Be here now. As always, you'll stay here longer if you'd like. If you're ready to move, start softly pressing the chest back up. Making your way back to our seated posture. We're going to extend our legs long in front tonight. We're going to take a supported seated forward bend. So keeping your prop handy, we're going to slide that underneath the knees, allowing our legs to be supported and bent. It doesn't have to be an intense bend. It doesn't have to be like your legs are still straight. Do what works for you. And then moving some of that extra muscle out from underneath the seat bones and really finding your grounded sensation here. You can point or flex the toes, whatever feels better for you. Sitting tall in our seat, we'll bring our hands to heart center. Taking a deep breath in, sweep the arms overhead. On the exhale, hinging at the hips, melt forwards. So I'm not grabbing and pulling my body down to this position. I'm letting the arms just rest or dangle by the sides. And then as I find that edge of sensation here, I'm letting the head and the neck relax. Staying right here with our breath. Every inhale, picturing a little bit more space coming into the body. Every exhale, maybe you soften into the posture just a little bit more. Tonight, this posture is not about the destination. It's all about the journey. Using the breath to take you exactly where you need to go. Letting the body guide you as you make your way there. I like to think about that in terms of life as well. We all have our end goal or end destination or that point in which we feel like we've done it. We've made it to our goal. But really, it's always ever changing, ever evolving, just like we are. Take time to be here in the now, to enjoy the journey. You don't always have to be looking for what's coming next. You don't always have to know what's coming next. Most often when we spend time in the present, really truly enjoying the present moment for what it is, somehow we'll make it to the next step without even really realizing it. We'll make it to our next destination. Letting life take you exactly where you need to go. Just like our breath brings us into this posture. If this is where you need to stay tonight, feel free to do so. If you're ready to move slowly, inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, make your way back up to seated. Letting the head and the neck be the last to return to neutral. As you make your way to our neutral seated posture, you can guide the knees in towards the chest, slide the prop out from beneath you, and slowly lower down to your back. Keeping your prop handy. And as you make your way to your back, windshield wiper the knees side to side. When you're ready here, we're gently stepping our feet to hips width distance, bringing the hands down by our sides, one hand on our prop here to prepare, and then pressing the feet down into the earth, lift the hips ever so slightly, slide your block or prop underneath your hips, and then lower the hips back down to the mat. Just take a moment here in this position, let the body neutralize. The shoulders soften, relax the throat, relax the jaw. From here, we're gently stepping one knee at a time in towards the chest. And bringing our hands to our thighs or the backs of the legs, whichever support you'd like tonight. Start to work the feet up towards the sky. Again, there's no need to straighten the legs here tonight. Let this be restorative. You can roll out the ankles, point and flex the feet. Spread, wiggle the toes. Moving in both directions. You're rolling out the ankles. And then finding stillness. Letting the feet feel weightless here. Noticing the sense of peace and calm that floods the mind in this position. Our inversion posture. And slowly starting to bend the knees back in towards the chest. And stepping the feet back down to the mat. Press the feet down, lift the hips. Slide the prop out from beneath you. And slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. Once your hips are grounded, again, work both knees back into the chest. This time, grabbing hold of the shins or the knees, rocking side to side. If you'd like to take happy baby, feel free to do so, grabbing inside or outside arches of the feet, opening the feet up towards the sky, pressing the feet into the hands as you work the knees down towards the ground. Creating a little bit of resistance here. As you sway side to side, maybe even allowing a smile to touch your lips, finding the true expression of happy baby. And gradually, wherever you are, making your way to stillness. And as you find stillness, releasing the feet, keeping the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your shins, lift your shoulders, your neck, and your head, squeezing everything tight. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze everything even tighter, giving yourself a big, big hug here. Another deep inhale, the deepest you've taken all day. Exhale, release into Shavasana. Take up space here tonight. Extend your arms wide. Allow the legs to open up. Toes turn to the outer corners of the mat. Work the palms up towards the sky. Walk the shoulder blades a little closer towards one another. From here, gently tip the chin down towards the chest. Find a little bit of extra length at the back of the head. Allow the eyes to close. Soften the muscles of the face. And be here now with your breath. Your final resting posture. Reading from Melody Beattie's A Journey to the Heart. There is power in stillness. Our miracles and life's magic don't appear when we're restless and frantic. The miracles and magic happen when we're still, quiet, calm, and trusting. Each of us have favorite items and places that help to calm and quiet us. What stills our mind? A walk in the park, a special place in the city, a quiet room, an old rug, a rock, a cross, a picture, a lit candle. Use these places and things to find that place of stillness in yourself. Find the power in stillness. It's a power that comes gently, like the morning sunrise or the evening stars. Take time each day to seek out stillness, to find that sacred spot. Let your mind and soul be at ease. Don't grasp and grab for the magic and miracles. When you reside in that place of stillness, the joy, miracles, and magic you're seeking will find you. Take time each day to seek out stillness, to find that sacred spot. Don't let your mind and soul grasp and grab for the magic and miracles. When you reside in that place of stillness, the joy, miracles, and magic you're seeking will find you. When you reside in that place of stillness, the joy, miracles, and magic you are seeking will find you. Yogis, you are more than welcome to stay here for as long as you would like. If you're ready to be gently guided out of Shavasana, start by taking some deep inhales and exhales, moving your breath before you move your body. From here, start to trace your teeth with your tongue. Nod the head side to side. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Pull out your wrists and your ankles. And as you're ready, inhale the arms overhead. Take another full body stretch. On your exhale, roll to one side. Place your head on your arm. Draw the knees in towards the chest for fetal asana. You're in fetal posture. Extend gratitude to your body, your place of stillness. Be right here, now, now, now. Extend gratitude to your practice and whatever it is that brought you here tonight. And extend gratitude to this community that continues to show up for you. When you're ready, press the chest up. Find a seated position facing your monitor. Bringing your hands into heart center, allowing the eyes to stay closed. As you make your way to seated, bringing hands to heart center, begin to rub the palms together. Once your palms are nice and warm, cup them over the eyes. Feel the heat transfer from your hands into your face and gently blink your eyes open. Bring the hands back down to heart center. Thank you, yogis, for showing up for you today, for carving out 60 minutes of your day to give back to your body and to show up for this community. It is my gift to you to teach you tonight, and it is a gift that you've given me to allow me to be your guide. Bringing our hands up to our third eye center, the seat of our enlightenment, we bow forward to seal the practice. Namaste.